Hello and welcome to Flow with Ali. This is going to be a hip opening, restorative and slow stretch class. Let's get started lying flat on your belly. Slowly make your way down. Relax your hips into the mat. Stack one hand on top of the other and then place your forehead on top of your hands. Give yourself this moment here to settle in, to really let the ground beneath you support the weight of your body. Relaxing your hips, noticing if you're clenching the glutes, the thighs. Relax your chest, your shoulders. Even relax your face. Unclench the jaw, the eyebrows. Allow the eyes to close down and encourage the breath to slow. Encourage your mind to settle, settling into the present moment, what you can control and what you can release right here, right now. Knowing that everything can wait as you set aside this time to nourish your body and your mind. Slow and deep inhale through your nose, fill up with air. And equally slow and deep exhale, empty out. Once again, like that, inhale. Exhale, let something go. On that exhale, really encourage your body to just melt more into the earth, giving into gravity, releasing control, releasing any tension, mental or physical. Take a bend in the left knee, draw the knee out to the left, keeping the leg resting down into the floor, half frog. Lower the knee if it's too intense, or lift it up higher if you want a little more, a little deeper release on the hip. Relaxing the glute muscles, feeling this nice opening across the left hip. And if you want more in the upper body, lift your head, lift your chest, pull your elbows in. Staying active in the upper body, pulling your chest forward and through, pushing the floor away, pulling the mat in. Continue smooth cycles of breath throughout this entire class. Know that this whole class should feel pretty good. So no pain here. If you feel any pain due to tightness in the hips or just discomfort, just come right back. So come to a neutral position, either lying on your belly or on your back, wherever you are. You should be able to breathe comfortably through every pose. Two more full breaths. Be here right now. Notice if your mind has already started to drift. Gently nudge it back to the present moment, staying aware of the sensations in your body. Exhale, lower your chest if it's lifted. And then option to press into your hands, lift your elbows off the mat, maybe just hover them, Or maybe you start to straighten them. And then exhale, lower down, stack hands, extend legs. On your next inhale, bend your right knee out to the right, half frog. Open your hip. So maybe that means just a soft bend in the knee, sending your leg out to the side. Maybe you bring the knee up, creating a 90-degree angle. So the higher you go, the more intense this will be on your hip. I invite you to either stay right here or option to lift up your head, lift up your chest, pull your elbows in so they're right under your shoulders, creating an 11 shape with your hands. So Sphinx pose with the chest, with the back, with a half frog shape with the legs. If you're in Sphinx, spread your fingers wide as though you're gripping the mat, pulling your chest forward and up. Lift up out of the shoulders. Hips continue to press down into the floor. And if you're in Sphinx and you want a little more, press your hands away, coming into a seal. If this crunches your low back, just pull back down. And just notice and explore. Give yourself the space to play with these micro variations and notice how you experience them and how they change the sensation in your body. Two more breaths here. Inhale, fill up with air. Exhale, let that breath go. Final breath. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, lower your chest down if it's lifted. Stack the hands, lower the right leg. Bend at the knees and windshield wiper your feet back and forth. Loosening out the low back if you've stretched it. Wagging the hips a little bit, side to side. Inhale, extend your legs. Lift your torso up. Bend your knees. Come to tabletop. Align your shoulders directly over your wrists and your hips directly over your knees here. Kick the left leg back like you're stamping your foot on the ceiling. Draw your knee out to the side and then circle your knee back down. You might have a little snap, crackle, and pop action. I did. My hips are popping a little bit right here. As long as it feels good, no pain, it's fine. Taking this at your pace. Staying with the breath. If you have a spot where it feels interesting and you want to hold or explore, pushing forward and back, you can do what feels good here. It doesn't have to be exactly as I'm doing. After you've done a couple circles, switch directions, going out to the side first, then kicking, stamping the foot up, and drawing the knee back down. Couple circles. And when you're ready, step the left foot on the outside of your left hand. Adjust your back knee. Breathe in here. Keeping the chest tall. Imagine your hips are heavy. Just go forward and back a couple times to explore this side. Accept where you are in this moment. Take note, explore. Know that by doing this and by doing this stretch, you're doing something good for your body, releasing some trapped energy, some trapped tension, some tight muscles from sitting in a desk, in a car. Hold. Just notice if your mind starts to get frantic and wants to pull away and stop at this moment. It's a normal tendency. That's when you need to lean in a little bit more. Press into your right hand. Place your left hand on your thigh, fingers on the inside. Apply some pressure. Look over your left shoulder. Draw the left knee out to the side. You can come to the pinky toe side of the left foot as you continue to sink your hips down and open your chest, creating a little bit of a twist here. Release. Place both hands on the inside once again and bow your head down. If you have the space in your body and you're not feeling too tight in your hips, you can come down to your forearms. So really focusing in on the stretch that serves you in this moment. Doesn't matter what you could do yesterday or last year. Just find what works today. Try it on. Inhale, press up to your hands. Scoot your hips back a bit to create some space so you can heel toe your left foot off to the right side. Draw that heel in a bit more. Drop the knee down. If you draw the heel in closer to your body, that's going to create a little more space on your hip. Or if you pull it out more, that'll be a little bit more challenging for the hip. You want that left hip to be in contact with your mat. You can stuff a pillow, a block, a sweatshirt there if you want a little bit more cushion if that hip is floating up in space. Come onto tented fingers, lift your chest. Nice long spine here. On the exhale, bend your elbows, lower your torso down. Could be an inch, 2 inches, or all the way. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. This time as you exhale, lower, bow your head, sleeping pigeon. Stay up on your hands or drop to the elbows. Option to drop the forehead all the way down to your mat. Imagining space in your left hip. Loosening things up. And if you relax into this pose, you don't have to do much. You just have to give into it once you find the spot that works for you. Full inhale. Full exhale. If you like to take an open mouth, exhale, even let out a sigh, an audible ha sound. Really just allow your body to release. Sometimes letting out that sigh is a great way to signal to your body to release tension. Inhale, press up. Now we're going to swing that right leg around. Come long ways on your mat. Extend your right leg long and keep your left foot on your right inner thigh. Inhale, your arms out to the side. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up and over for a side body stretch. So relax your left hip into the mat as your fingers reach and lead the stretch as though your hip is rooted and your hand is like a plant extending out of the earth. So that hip has to be rooted strong to keep that solid foundation for the expansiveness across your arm and by extension, your left side body. Inhale, come up. Place your left hand on the outside of your left hip. Turn your right palm up. Inhale, your right arm up. Press your left hand down. See if you can press into your left hand. Lift up onto your left knee. Pick your hips up for stargazer, opening up the front side of your hips, opening up through your chest as well. Exhale, lower down. We're going to do this a couple times. Stretch over your right leg once again. Inhale, left hand down, either right arm up or pick up your hips. Once more, exhale, lower down, left arm up and over. And let that go. Place your hands behind your hips and switch out your legs. Really gluing that right foot to your left inner thigh. Inhale, reach your arms out to the side. Exhale, left arm down, right arm over. Gluing that right hip down so you could expand across your right side body. Up and out your fingers. Keeping your chest open by pulling your right shoulder back. Even if that means you can't stretch down as far, stay open. Inhale, come up. Place your right hand down. Left arm faces up and then lifts up. Press into your right knee and maybe you expand all the way up, opening through your hips and your front body. Exhale, lower down. Left hand down, right arm up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, right hand down. Left arm sweeps up to the sky. One more time through. Exhale, lower your hips. Left hand down, right arm up. Inhale, rise up. Come to tabletop. Align your shoulders directly over your wrists and your hips directly over your knees here. Take your right leg and lift it up. Turn your knee out to the side and back down. So you're creating a big circle, moving the hip joint by moving the leg, creating big circles in one direction, kick back, draw the knee out to the side and circle it back in. And take a couple circles in one direction. And then switch directions. Draw the knee out to the side, swing it back, and close down. Taking this at your pace, whatever feels good. If it doesn't feel good to create the full circle, you just play around with kicking back or kicking out to the side. And this can also be a very small circle, just getting some movement in your hips. Good, relax the right knee down. Step your right foot on the outside of your right hand. Walk your knee back a little bit. Keep the back toe untucked. And start to work your hips down for a lizard lunge. Keep the head lifted. Explore here with a couple pulses back and forth. And then hold 3 breaths. Imagining your hips are heavy, letting the weight of your own body create this stretch and opening through your hips. Notice if you're creating resistance, can you just relax into the shape a little more? Find stability through your left hand. Take your right hand to your right thigh, fingers point down, and if it feels good, apply a little bit of pressure to start opening the hip a little more. Turn your head over to the right, look over your right shoulder if that's comfortable in your body, and start to lean off to the left, adding a bend in the left elbow. You can come onto the knife edge of the right foot. And release that. And this time, just simply bow your head forward Or if you want more, come down to your forearms. Hug your right knee in towards your right shoulder as you allow your hips to be heavy and your head to hang heavy. Smooth breathing. Find your edge, your limit, the edge of discomfort, knowing that that edge is where you find growth. It's where you're able to expand and explore the limits of your body. Inhale, press back up to your hands. Press your hips back slightly, and then heel toe your right foot off to the left side of your mat. Press your right knee down, setting up for a pigeon pose. Draw that right heel in closer to your body. You want to make sure you can get the right hip down on the mat. Hips stay square and closed. So drawing that heel in will go a little easier on your hip. If you want more, just pull that heel away from your body a bit more. Lift up. Keep your chest lifted nice and tall. Back leg is straight on the mat. You can even check to make sure it's nice and flat. Good. If you've got space between your right hip and the floor and you have a sweatshirt or even a yoga block, you can place it under your hip just to give that hip a little bit more support. Take a moment to settle in here. Nice, long, flat back. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Bend the elbows lower down. Inhale, lift up. 2 more. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. This time, exhale, lower down. Perch yourself on your elbows or bow your head and allow your forehead to drop down toward the mat. Surrendering here, sleeping pigeon. Staying calm and steady in the mind. Imagine opening in the right side of your hip, creating space, releasing tension. Inhale, press yourself up. Then we're going to turn all the way to the side of the mat. Draw the soles of your feet together. Grab onto your feet for Baddha konasana, cobbler's pose. Holding onto your feet, create a long flat back. Draw your knees out to the side. Open your feet like a book. Breathe in. If this is too intense on your hips, take your heels away from your body. If you want more intensity, draw your heels in closer. On the breath in, find length in your spine. Get taller in your upper body. On the breath out, hinge forward. Option to draw your elbows to the creases of your knees and bow forward. Inhale, lift up. Place your hands behind your hips. Just loosen your hips by drawing your right knee over your left, opening up, and drawing your left knee over your right. This should feel good. Adding some movement into your hips, just loosening everything up after that stretch. Take this at your pace once more. Off to the right, off to the left. And then turn long ways on the mat. Stamp your feet down and recline down onto your back with your feet down on the mat, knees up. Cross your right knee over your left, draw your knee out to the side. Creating figure 4 shape. Pick up your left leg and grab behind your left thigh. Option to bring your right elbow to the crease of your right knee and pull your legs into your body. If you like to work into the left hamstring, you can kick your left leg straight up. Actively using your bicep strength to pull in close. Exhale, lower your left leg and release the stretch. Hug your right knee into your chest. Cradle your foot in your hand. This could be just grabbing onto just below the knee and just around the ankle. You can also extend your left leg long. See how that feels. And then let go of the foot. Grab hold of the ankle or the foot and pull your knee in towards your right armpit for half happy baby. Feeling your low back stamped into the mat. Release. Stamp both feet into the mat. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Encourage your left knee back. Figure 4. Clasp under your right leg. Option to bring your left elbow to the crease of your left knee and pull in. Maybe you stretch your right leg up. And release. And grab hold of your left leg just as it is and pull it in close. Option to extend your right leg. And then release into half happy baby. Continue to hug your left knee in towards your left armpit. Maybe you crawl up towards the ankle or grab hold of your foot, keeping the low back pressed into the mat. Kick the foot up towards the ceiling. Release. Both knees hug into your chest. Sway side to side. And then stamp your feet down. Draw your knees out to the side. Soles of your feet press together. Adjust here so a little easier on the hips. Draw your heels away. If you want a little deeper release on the hips, draw your heels in close. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly.